What's good, everybody? It's when I come back at you another video. So with this video, I'm actually going to issue you a challenge. And the challenge is this. I want you to dream of every day being a vacation. Now, I can already anticipate what you're probably thinking or what you're saying right now, right? You're probably saying, hey, Joel, that sounds good, but that's not real life, right? For everyone else in real life, right? We have for adults, right? We have to adult. We have to go to work. We have to pay bills. We have responsibilities. We have all these things to do. We can't just choose to live our lives with every day feeling and being a vacation. You can, right? Even though you do have these responsibilities and you have things that you got to do and get done, right? I understand. I'm an adult too. However, you can dream of every day being a vacation because that is your true self and your true essence. You were put here on this earth for one reason and one reason only, and that is to experience outrageous joy. That is your goal. That is your purpose. That is your mission. Every second of the day, every moment, from moment to moment for the rest of your life, that has always been the goal. And you know this to be true. You've known this innately, right? Why? Because you feel your absolute best. You feel on top of the world when you are feeling your best emotionally, when you're happy, when you're smiling, when you're feeling confident, when you're feeling secure, when you're feeling ecstatic, when you're feeling electric, right? All of these feelings are different types of feelings of happy feelings, but when you are happy, you are feeling your best. You are feeling on top of the world, and that is more than enough of a clue to let you know that that is what you're striving for. That's what everyone's striving for, right? Some people say, oh, well, no, Joel, that's not true. I'm striving for a lot of money, or I'm striving for a house, or I'm striving for this dream car and all these great things. Cool, right? It really doesn't matter what it is that you're striving for. It doesn't. You could be striving for a partner. You could be striving to travel the world, to go on vacation. You could be striving for anything. You want these things because you believe that it'll make you happy or happier in achieving it or obtaining it, or you believe that it'll improve the quality of your life, which in turn will increase your happiness or make you happy. You believe that whatever it is that you want or you desire, you believe that you want it because you believe that it'll make you happy. So it's always been about happiness. You're always chasing happiness. So I'm challenging you to dream up every day being a vacation. Like, how is it? Like, how do you feel when you're on vacation, when you're laying down, by the beach? You feel amazing. You feel so full of life. You feel so relaxed. You're smiling. You're just embracing the view, right? You're probably holding a coconut with a straw, right? Drinking fresh coconut water, right? I want you to dream of every day being like that for you, because that is how you want to be living your life and how you've envisioned yourself living this life when you got put here on earth. It's just a lot of people have probably gone through so much and constantly tell themselves that life has to be hard, that life can't be enjoyable, like life can feel like a vacation each and every day, because life is all about perspective, right? It's not that, like, people will still have problems, right? But even with these problems, right, they're just always perspective. Some people, when they face problems, the problems take up all of their time and their attention and focus and become humongous in their eyes. When other people face with problems, other people are just indifferent because they know somehow, some way that problem's gonna get resolved. Like, it's just a temporary hurdle or a temporary roadblock, and somehow, some way that the problem is gonna get resolved. So, because that's been the moral of their life, that's been the trend where obstacle problem happens, we somehow, some way overcome it, and then life is good, and then a problem, and then it gets overcome, right? So people know that problems are just temporary, that they're going to be overcome at some point, and so they don't end up worrying about the problem because there's no need to, because somehow, some way, life take care of it, right? So this is what I mean. Those people, every day for their lives begins feeling like a vacation because they know everything is going to be taken care of and everything's going to be all right? And I want you to begin operating like that. Like, obviously you will likely have to do like things on your to-do list, right? Things that gotta get done, places you have to be, etc. But you can still live your life operating from a vantage point of just being happy, of being relaxed, of being at peace, right? Too many people get caught up in the drama, in the negativity, in the problems of the world, in the battles that these countries are facing, or and that becomes their reality, that becomes their world, when it doesn't have to be, right? You can choose how you want your life to be. You can choose how you want things to be, right? Like, some people have dreams of wanting to live at the beach, right? Of just every single day, their paradise is simply just being by the beach, being in water each and every day for the rest of their lives. And then that dream fizzles away because they think it's not possible. Even though there's plenty of beach towns all across the world that there's locals who actually live on the beach, who live like across the street from there and have that luxury. So it's not that it's not possible. It is possible to live a life like that, right? This is what I mean, is like every day you can dream of every day being a vacation, right? You can be operating with the mentality that every day is going to be a good day, that good things are going to happen, that whatever problem arises, that you know that a solution was already created even before the problem arises, and that the problem somehow, some way will be taken care of on its own accord, and it's your job to just have fun and simply enjoy your life, right? You can do that. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to dream of every day being a vacation. I want you to dream, like, if you were to just close your eyes and envision yourself relaxing on a beach chair, right? Smiling, like tanning, right? Enjoying the sun, enjoying the view of people, swimming and being in the water, and everyone having a good time. And, you're enjoying your time with family members that make you happy, and your best friends and the people that you care about, right? Like, as you begin painting that picture, you can't help but to smile and get excited. And as you create that picture, if that's what you want, right, then you're effectively being able to tap into that energy and live that experience in this moment right now, right? Everything is going to be fine. Nothing in life right now is ever broken, right? Things are unfolding, even if things may seem bad or rocky or whatever it is, right? Everything is happening at the perfect pace. Everything's unfolding at the right time. Everything is going to be fine. Your goal from birth and for the remainder of your lifetime is to experience outrageous joy. It is to find your peace. It's to find your happiness, right? It is to find your inner vacation, right? And the goal for your life from when you were put here is for every day to feel like a vacation. Now, of course, I understand we're human, and there's going to be instances where we may, lose sight of that vision, or maybe, bumped off the road temporarily and might need to, get back on course and back on track. That will happen, right? I understand that. But I just want you to remember that, and because that's been true to who you are, and that's been your life's purpose and your life's mission, for every day to feel like a vacation, because every day should feel like a vacation. Every day should feel like a thrill. It should feel like an adventure. It should feel like a trip. Even if you may not even have to like do anything extravagant, but you should still be enjoying your life or be doing things to help put a smile on your face, right? I want you to have that be the focus for each and every day, right? Even if it's taking a few minutes for yourself and doing something you truly enjoy, right? Sometimes it's about just change your mindset and your perspective, right? Because some people may not even remember the last time they jumped out of bed excited on a Monday or on a weekday, right? Most people drag themselves out of bed to go to school, go to work, or whatever that they got to do, right? I want you to begin jumping out of bed. I want you to begin whistling in the shower. I want you to have pep in your step, right? I want you to walk with your head high, you feeling confident, right? I want you to feel your best, because when you're feeling your best, that's when you're able to do your best work, or that's when you're able to bring out the best version of yourself to the world. And I want you to feel good. I want you to enjoy every single moment, because that's why we were put here on earth. We were not put here on earth to just work, to be able to bring in an income, to just survive, right? We were put here on earth to thrive. We're put here on earth to do what makes us happy. We're put here on earth to learn about ourselves, to experience as much as we can, because this is a planet that is, Lord knows how big it is, right? With how many different countries and walks of life and so many different experiences, right? We're put here on earth to experience as much as we can, right? and we were given gifts, by a higher power, and we have the ability to hone in on those gifts and really bring out the best version of ourselves, right? So there is always going to be so much to do, and this, right? But I just want you to focus on your energy. I want you to focus on your mentality, right? Because there are people, and this is what you need to remember, there are people on this earth as we speak who have the luxury of living every day as if it were a vacation, right? And of course, some of these people, of course, are financially well, but that is not a requirement. That you don't need to be financially abundant to live every single day like it's a vacation. You can begin tapping into that right now, because at the end of the day, it's all about perspective. And as you begin living your life feeling as though every day is a vacation, right? As you're enjoying each and every moment of your life, then you're effectively living out your life purpose, because you're here to be happy. And if you can be happy more of the time, or every day, or all the time, then you're living out your life purpose, right? Every day is going to become a vacation. So don't take life too serious. Have fun, laugh more. If you haven't been laughing often, make sure you some of you need to put laughing on your schedule, right? Laugh more often, have fun, right? Like, laughing makes you feel good, and it's therapeutic. It has healing benefits, right? Some people end up getting sick because they don't smile enough, because they don't laugh enough, right? Laughing, you hear all the time that laughter is the best medicine, because it is. Because when you're feeling good, when you're feeling amazing, when your body feels the best, illness and disease can't exist at the same time, right? Like, because it's not a vibrational match. Disease exists when the body is not at ease. That's why the word is called dis-ease, right? For disease, it means not ease, right? This means not. So dis-ease, right, is like not ease. It's the body that's not at ease, right? So that's why people often get diseases when their body's sick, when their body's not feeling well, when they're depressed, when they're angry, right? But if you're feeling your best, if you're laughing, sickness and illness can't exist, right? Everything is all correlated. So you want to begin turning your life around for the better, right? Dream of every day being a vacation for you, because that is you effectively shifting your energy. You're shifting your energy for positivity. And with the law of attraction, right, the energy that you put out is what you receive in return. The energy that you receive in return in the form of people, events, and circumstances. So what you're effectively doing, as you're putting out positive energy, you're effectively creating your future. You're effectively creating the life that you want to live, right? Rather than waiting for your life to become a vacation, for then you to try to live your life every day as a vacation, begin to strive to live your life every day, beginning from now. To try to have every day begin feeling like a vacation, so that it will eventually turn into a vacation. You eventually wake up being excited to take on the day, being excited for everything, for all the tasks, right? Because it's all going to be a joy, it's all going to be thrills, all going to be new experiences for you. So you always have something to look forward to each and every day. So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe as we're on the road to 1 million subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.